President Muhammadu Buhari today presented to a joint sitting of the National Assembly Nigeria's 2022 budget proposal titled Budget of Economic Growth and Sustainability, with a total budget estimate of 16.39 trillion naira. The budget is projected to increase GDP by 4.2%, with exchange rate put at 410.5 naira per US dollar, inflation rate at 13%, and oil production projected at 1.88 million barrels per day at $57 per barrel. Buttressing on progress made in the ongoing fiscal year, President Buhari said progress is being made in the power sector to optimize power supply by 2025, in infrastructural development, as well as in the health sector across 52 federal medical centers and teaching hospitals.
Progress is also being made on several power generation, transmission, and distribution projects, as well as off-grid solutions, all aimed towards achieving the national goal of optimizing power supply by 2025. I am again happy to report that we continue to make visible progress in our strategic road construction projects. The pandemic reveals the urgent need to strengthen our health system. Towards this end, we constructed 52 molecular labs, 520-bed intensive care units, 52 isolation centers, and provision of personal protective equipment across 52 federal medical centers and teaching hospitals.
On the challenge of revenue generation, the president said that will be improved on in the coming year through tax collection, increasing customs revenue, and fully harnessing the revenue that will be generated in the oil sector. He, however, explained that there is need to borrow an additional 5.01 trillion naira to finance the 2022 budget, saying that those citizens are in their right to be concerned, but the debt level of the federal government is still within sustainable limits. Still explaining the country's growing debt during his administration, he said having witnessed 2 economic recessions, the country has had to spend its way out of recession on both occasions.
We need to exceed this threshold, considering our collective desire to continue tracking existential security challenges facing our country. We plan to finance the deficit mainly by new borrowings totaling 5.01 trillion naira, 90.73 billion naira for privatization proceeds and 1.16 trillion naira drawdowns on loans secured for social development projects.
The president said the budget is the first in Nigeria's history where MDAs are clearly advised on gender-responsive budgeting as part of critical steps to distribute resources fairly to reach vulnerable groups. While presenting the budget, the president said the country's top priority remains defense and internal security, assuring that Nigeria remains strongly committed to the security of life, property and investment nationwide, and will continue to ensure that all security forces are properly equipped, remunerated, and well motivated. Total revenue available to fund the 2022 federal budget is estimated at 10.13 trillion naira, inclusive of grants and aid of 63.38 billion naira, as well as the revenues from 63 government-owned businesses.
Total revenue available to fund the 2022 federal budget is estimated at 10.13 trillion naira. This includes grants and aid of 63.38 billion naira, as well as the revenue of 63 government-owned enterprises.
Wrapping up, he said the 2022 fiscal year is very crucial in the country's effort to ensure that critical projects are completed, put to use, and to improve the general living conditions of Nigerians. It is worthy of note that the 2022 budget is 2.79 trillion naira higher than the 2021 Appropriation Act.